2 races left then. The first at Estoril could settle it all if, quite simply, Damon finishes ahead of Villeneuve. He wins the title at the Portuguese Grand Prix. Other permutations, Villeneuve must finish 4 points or more ahead of Damon to take the championship to a last race decider in Japan. And winning the Portuguese Grand Prix would be a very straightforward way of achieving that. But Murray, Damon leaves Monza this evening, really counting his blessings, I should think.
Steve, Damon today was very unlucky, and he was very, very lucky indeed. He was very unlucky that he lost it coming out of the corner and spun, and it was typical of the man that he had the decency and honesty not to try to pretend that it was something else, just a plain mistake. But he was very, very lucky that Jacques Villeneuve did not finish in the points, as a result of which Damon is actually going to Portugal for the last race but one in a stronger position than he came to Monza with 3 races to go. And if you'd forecast that before the race began, I wouldn't have, in fact, I would have been very surprised indeed.
Damon accepting responsibility for his exit from the race. It was a mistake, he said, but how is that likely to affect him, the thought of that during the fortnight to come?
Well, he was under colossal pressure before the Italian Grand Prix, after he had been told that his services were no longer required by Williams, or wouldn't be after this year. He's going to continue to be under pressure because the knockers, and there are a lot of knockers, will point out that again Damon Hill has made a mistake, and he admitted he made a mistake under pressure leading the race. They will point out that he went out under pressure at Hockenheim last year. He went out under pressure in Britain this year. They won't take account of the fact that something happened to the car, but it is fuel to their fire, and he's got a fortnight to contemplate that. But he's got tremendous resilience, and I've admired the fact that he's concentrated absolutely single-mindedly on the championship here, and knowing him, he'll continue to do the same thing.
But as regards 1997, a certain Michael Schumacher has underlined once again here today he's going to be a man to beat.
The man is a genius. I have been challenged for saying so in the past. I don't hesitate to say it again. He drove an absolutely immaculate race, started from 3rd on the grid, pressured Alesi a long, long way until Alesi went in to make his tyre stop. Michael then went faster, which demonstrated that he could have gone quicker all the time if he'd had a mind to. And he then just drove away. And he did it in a car that is acknowledgedly very, very difficult indeed to drive. It was an immaculate race, and it was a Ferrari driver's dream of home to do it at Monza, the home of the Tifosi, and just a few miles away from the Ferrari factory. Brilliant drive.
Finally, to your mind, Damon still very justifiably the strong championship favourite.
Oh yes, he has to be, because all he has to do now in Portugal is to finish ahead of Villeneuve. They're both very determined, resolute people. But if I had to put money on somebody now, I would unhesitatingly put it on Damon.
You're a brave man, aren't you, Murray? Thanks very much indeed. We leave Monza with the championship still very much alive then. There's still a great deal of tension left in this 1996 season. We'll have live coverage, of course, of both qualifying and the race, Portuguese Grand Prix from Estoril, in a fortnight's time. Bye for now.
Imagine expecting Arabia.
Hello, Bosra, rock and roll capital of Syria.
But finding East Germany with hummus.
My idea of a train's one that's got traveller's fare with microwave Thai-style vegetables. This is some East German biscuit tin.
Alexei Sale's great railway journey.
In many places, it's difficult even to see the track, especially for the driver, because he's got his head on the floor.
Departs Wednesday at 9:30 on BBC2. Way Out West presents an epic struggle on the wild frontier, starring 2 of Hollywood's most enduring legends.
The law won't let you get away with this.
What law?
That last one came from the bottom. It's a deuce of spades.
You're a liar!
Bend of the River, Anthony Mann's classic western.
You'll be seeing me.
You certainly will. Tonight at 9:50 on BBC2.
Pressure mounts as an